Hi, Pisces friend, Cosmic Inside Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. This is your 2022 June video horoscope, video forecast. I'm pretty tired right now because I have done a lot of readings and you are the last one in the zodiacal cycle, but I want to pay a lot of attention for you. Let's see, we're going to actually start with Mercury going direct. And Mercury going to go direct in your third house in Taurus. Taurus and 23 degrees. It's a Capricornian decan, so it's a structured, very earthy sign. And Taurus also fixed, so it's really stubborn. And in your third house of communication, it could be something like something is changing. Third house is also your neighborhood, your friend, your younger sibling. So something is changing around your younger sibling, something is changing around your neighborhood, perhaps somebody moving out from your neighborhood or moving in. And you know, this Mercury, we have to see what kind of aspect this Mercury going to make. And it's going to make a sextile with Neptune in your first house. You are Pisces rising, sun or moon, so this video horoscope is for you, but I'm doing whole sign, tropical astrology, so I'm going, the transit going by your rising sign, by your ascendant. So here, so Neptune is in your first house, right? And in your first house, it means like Neptune is actually a planet of angels, aliens. It's the planet of fogginess. It's like illusion, delusion, alcohol issue, drug issues, orphanages. You know, 12 house rules like orphanage, prison. It's rules like vacations, and it also rules like homelessness and suicide as well. In the first house is your body, first house is your ego. But you know, Pisces rules actually, and Neptune rules your ankles and your feet. So actually over here, you can have some difficulties with your ankles, with your feet, some kind of fascia, like some kind of feet issues. And also it could mean like the water in the body. So it could be, which could be a neurological issue as well, because 12th house is also, you know, like neurological as well. But Neptune is something, the water in the body, for water restriction or retention, water retention in the body. And because of Pisces is ruled by Jupiter as well, and Jupiter rules the liver. And, you know, it could be something with your liver, and it is also something with water. So maybe edema in the body as well. But, you know, it's sextiling with Mercury, and Mercury is children, could be, so it could be a really divine communication or conversation between you and your children, for example. But it's divine because it's about the afterlife or spirituality or angels or aliens. And it's really interesting because you are a Pisces rising or sun. This subject is really close to you. So, and it also could be something about alcohol situation. You are telling to your children, okay, you have to stop abusing drugs or alcohol, or situations like that. Or your children can tell you, because it's in your first house, you might using a lot of drugs. And it doesn't have to be drugs or amphetamines or, you know, like cocaine, heroin or something like that. It can be subscription drugs, but it doesn't serve you anymore. And your children is telling, you know what, you use that subscription so long time and it doesn't serve you. You're supposed to talk to your doctor and just get rid of it. All right. But the third house is your neighborhood as well. And it could be like you have some kind of really great conversation with your sibling, younger sibling, about spirituality. and higher octave of love. You can experience some kind of higher octave of love from a neighbor, from a friend, or from a younger siblings, like really connected, divinely connected with the person. And then let's see, Mercury though going to do, when it's going to go direct, it's going to square with Saturn, and square is a challenging aspect in astrology. It is not all horrible or bad, but it's challenging. It's like you have to overcome these difficulties, and Saturn is restriction. In 12th house, Saturn could be hospitalization because of some kind of issue with my nervous system. I cannot work, ALS, MS, or situation like that. But it could be also like restriction. So prison, for example, I'm in prison because of some kind of communication, like I said something, I did something, and I could be imprisoned for that. It could be paperwork. I did something with my papers and forced a signature or whatever, because Mercury also the signature when Mercury was in retrograde, and I get maybe in prison. But right now, because Saturn gonna go to retrograde, it could come out from that kind of shadowy situation. So it's going to become a little bit more auspicious. All right, and then Saturn in 12th house and Mercury in 3rd, so it could mean like for example, your brother, an older brother or younger, some kind of male figure. It could be a husband also could get hospitalized, for example, for some reason, right? And you know, Mercury is a vehicle, and 3rd house is also vehicle. So it could be somebody get hospitalized or broken legs, broken bones, and because it's traveling and speeding, you know, 3rd house is vehicle, so it could be hospitalized because of some kind of car accident. It doesn't have to be fatal. It's not like that, but you know, like it's annoying and it's challenge in life. Then Mercury going to trine actually with Pluto in 11th house. 11th house is your friendship zone. Pluto goes to retrograde over there. So Pluto actually went to retrograde April 3rd, 29th already. And, you know, it's going to bring back a friend who you lost, who you don't talk to anymore because of the relationship had broken or something like that, and you didn't keep connected anymore. So it's gonna bring back actually with that trine a friend. You're gonna start to talk again with friends who you lost contact with, for example, because that was this communication, Mercury is communication. The trine is a beautiful symbiosis, very welcoming aspect. So definitely it's going to bring back some kind of relationship. It could bring back some kind of investment project, some kind of career over here. So the career, the 10th house, you have Jupiter ruled Sagittarius in your 10th house right now transiting. So some kind of career. So it could be like some kind of foreign place, and it's coming back, for example, and in a foreign country, you can have something, and that investment, that career brings money in. Selling a foreign place, for example, and it's gonna bring money in. Okay. What else? Okay, so Mercury is still going to be with North Node for a while. Mercury gonna move to Gemini on June 13th in your 4th house, but until then it's still going to do a conjunction, but it's going to be separating. It's not going to be that strong like before. It's already 4 degrees away on June 3rd. So it is like the 3rd house, it's like sibling, making a purposeful relationship and communication with my sibling or with my neighbor or with my friends, or publishing, for example, selling something. It could be like buying a new car or selling my car, my old car. And it could be also like I'm writing down my thoughts. It could be also, you know, like Taurus is garden and food. So I'm going to invest in something what is around. Actually, I'm going to fill up my pantry, for example. It could be that as well. So my purpose is right now to buy, Mercury buying something into my pantry, food into my pantry to get ready if a hurricane comes or natural disaster. Or we're gonna have still a Saturn and Uranus square, end of the year. And that's the last one. And the last one always very strong and significant, I would say. So Saturn in Uranus in Saturn and Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, it's going to be limited food supply. So you might going to be able right now to fill up your pantries. Okay, with food, or like Uranus is unconventional. Venus going to be on Uranus June 11th, Taurus in garden. So you might going to plant a garden, start a garden. You might going to do some unconventional garden. It is hydroponic or something with unconventional, something with technology garden as well. Okay, so we talked about Mercury, yes, and Mercury gonna go June 13th in Gemini. Let's talk about Venus. Venus gonna go June 11th with Uranus over here. I already talked about the unconventional garden over here. For example, it could represent, or it could represent some kind of technology. I'm gonna learn something, and it's going to be a very short study, but I have to study something about maybe astrology, maybe I have to study or have a small group of astrologers come together and talking about astrology. But I really love, or it could be like something about technology, because I don't know how to use the computer, and right now I need to learn about that. And I'm going to subscribe for a internet course, and actually I'm gonna love it. And Venus is also money. So if you do so, actually it will help you to make money with it later on. Okay, this Venus on June 16th is going to conjunct with North Node, with your purpose in third house. In Taurus, so what's gonna happen over here? So Venus is love, North Node is purpose. It is like, okay, it could be like something about a younger sibling. It could be something about my neighbors. Connection, really deep connection with a neighbor or with a friend, and it could be really having some kind of project, and it's future oriented with one of your friend or with one of your neighbor, for example. And Taurus related. Taurus is garden or finance or like art, jewelry making, or something like that. You can start to make jewelry with your friends or with your siblings, for example. It could be that as well. All right, so you had actually May 28th, Mars and Jupiter conjunct in your second house. Second house is your finance. Mars and Jupiter over here could be like expanding your income. So it could be a bonus, it could be like a promotion, a bonus from a promotion. So an income, your actually salary can rise because of a promotion. Okay, and then Venus is going to ingress Gemini on June 22nd, all right, and then the Sun going to ingress June 21st, Cancer, and that's going to be the summer equinox. That's something around your children, and you're going to have the new moon also in the fifth house in your creativity and the children's house. So you will need to actually start a new relationship with your children. It is between Ceres and Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is a mathematical point. It is like or deepest sexual instinct. It is animalistic instinct, and Ceres is lost. Ceres lost her daughter. With this new moon, you will have a fear to lose of your child, because fifth house is a child, or fear to lose because of the moon representing dog as well. So you can have a fear like your child could lose a dog, or like that's some kind of situation. So they have to restart over there. Fifth house is also could be like I'm not gonna mention that. Okay, so yes, what else going to happen? June 14th, it's a new full moon in your 10th house. That's your career and your reputation as well. So that is fame, stage, and full moon over there, it's shining lights here. So The full moon is a strawberry and supermoon. So supermoon is really close. It's really big on the skies and it's close to the earth. So over here in your career zone, your career going to be lightened up and it's going to be maybe mystical. It's going to be influenced by Sagittarius. It's going to be liberational. So you might going to get a career in travel agencies. It might going to be a career overseas. It might going to be some kind of opportunities on overseas. And it could be an Airbnb, or it could be like buying some kind of vacational house and renting those out, situations like that. But definitely, or you can go like a travel agency, or you can create, it is liberation. So it could be like, you know, what I said before, because Pluto is here with Mercury, Mercury is selling, Pluto is money, but money coming from the career, and the moon, the full moon gonna happen here. So you can sell something, a property or whatever, and the money comes in from that. Or you can open a property or whatever, and the money comes in from that. Or the career, it's like something with the religion, religious teaching, or stage, and then the money coming from that. So that's definitely an opportunity here, but liberation. So you're gonna end that kind of cycle. So it's gonna liberate you. It's bringing money in, but liberating. Okay, and then what's going to happen? So yes. So that's the full moon. And then June 16, Sun in Gemini going to trine with Saturn. So Saturn is here in retrograde already. June 1st went retrograde. Sun in Gemini, it's M in 24 degrees, and it's going to trine with Saturn. So 4th house and 12th house matter. So it could be like a vacation home, buying a vacation home, or it could means like going for vacation or going back to a home country, something like that. But Saturn in retrograde could means like this opportunity came up to me and I'm gonna take on to it, but because of Saturn in retrograde and in 12th house, you know, secret, hiding something, lies or hidden something, it might, my vacation might end a little bit earlier than I thought so. And then you do have June 16, also Venus conjunct North Node. I was talking about that already. So let's go to June 18 when Venus going to square with this Saturn. So Venus is going to be here by end of Taurus and square with this Saturn, okay? 3rd house and 12th house. So Venus is love, 3rd house is vehicle. One of my loved one could get hurt or could have some kind of mobility issue and get to go to the doctor and get hospitalized, and mobility issue or neurological issue. Or neurological issue, but actually, you know, they have issues with mobility because the neurons that affect the joints or tendons, and then has to go and reassess that and that kind of, but my loved one, right? Because 3rd house, Venus is love, my love. It could be my sibling, it could be friend, and you know, yeah, that kind of situation. Okay, June 19, it could be Venus sextile Neptune. So that same Venus over here, you're gonna sextile Neptune. Here it's squaring Saturn, here it's sextiling Neptune. Neptune is your first house. So it's going to be some kind of loving talk with someone who is helping you through your psychological blockages. You're going to get a lot of attention and love because, you know, as I said, if you have some kind of situation with a sibling or with a friend who could get hospitalized, you're going to get attention from other friends and a lot of love, supporting energy coming in from friends. On June 20th, we're going to have Mercury in Gemini, actually sextile with, so Mercury gonna be already in Gemini, sextile with Jupiter, 2nd and 4th house. Jupiter is expansion of your finance, 4th house is going to be your home circumstances. So it could be like, okay, Mercury is going to sign some kind of paper. Maybe I'm going to sell something and a property, or I need to sign some kind of papers over here, like like because of a property. Or, you know, it could be like, because it's funeral and endings as well, it could be like signing some kind of inheritance papers, or and which I get money in. So it could be in the past already, the death of that family member, but I didn't sign that paper yet, but it's like property related, and right now I will. I make a decision about that. June 21st, that's when Venus gonna go to here to Cancer. I was talking about that already, and the new moon here. But then June 21st, then Venus going to trine to Pluto. Venus is love, and then it's going to be in Taurus here, and it's going to trine Pluto, 3rd and 11th house. It could bring in an ex-partner. It could bring in an ex-lover for you. And Pluto is really sexual and sensual energy. So Venus over there could mean like, I'm going to start to talk to someone who I had maybe sexual relationship, or it could be coming from your friend zone, and we have some kind of intense feeling for each other. So it could be that for you. And then let's see, then June 27th, we're going to have Mars sextile with Saturn. So Mars is here, it's gonna come up here, and it's going to sextile with Saturn, 24 degrees, and Saturn is in retrograde. 2nd house, 12th house. 12th house is something hidden. 2nd house is financial. So it could be like, you know, but whatever was hidden, Saturn goes to retrograde, right? It's not gonna be hidden anymore from me. And I'm going to be capable to do an assertive move on it. So for example, family matters, somebody could hide from me some kind of inheritance, or they didn't want to talk about that, they lied about it. I get wrongfully treated, some kind of family situation, and then some kind of inheritance, some kind of, and then I'm going to get that. Or it could be, it's hospital, it's like wrongfully treated me, that's a malpractice. And then it's going to retrograde, so I can revisit that malpractice, and I'm gonna get paid out. It could be like some kind of insurance money from injury paid out. It could be some kind of, some of you might be even wrongfully judged and being jailed. And right now, you get out from the jail, and people going to do some GoFundMe, and you're going to have, because you know, 12th house is donation, so you can get that kind of donation because you've been wrongfully treated. Okay, and Saturn in 12th could be psychological abuse as well, some kind of psychological abuse, and then it's gonna come like, okay, I didn't deserve that, and when it's go back to retrograde, I'm going to make sure it, and you know, Aquarius rules 11th house. 11th house is justice, so I'm going to get justice because I've been wrongfully treated psychologically, and it can bring in money for me. All right, and the last one, Pisces rising, Sun and Moon. We're going to have the new moon in Cancer, and I was talking about that already. For you, it's between Ceres and, you know, you fear of loss, something with your children, or a dog, or a dependent over here, or you feel of loss of creativity. You don't get your mojo, you don't get your creativity, and the muse is nothing anymore, or you fear to lose that. But you know, also because it's a new moon, it's always a new beginning. It could create like I'm going to have a new beginning with my children. So the way of mothering, the way I mother them, it's not suits anymore. It doesn't suit anyone, not for them and not for me anymore. So I need to adjust. And because of this new moon, and with this sun going to square it Jupiter here, you know, it's going to be a lot of emphasis around values, because 2nd house is values, and not only material values, but values as well. And it's gonna change between us, and it has to change, because otherwise it will be toxic, and otherwise it could be very diminishing. All right, so I think so. Let me see. Yes, I did talk about everything for you, my dear Pisces. And if you like my videos, please press the like button, give me some love over there, or subscribe. And if you would like to have a personal reading, please don't hesitate to check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. All right, Pisces, till we meet again. See you next time and have a beautiful June. Enjoy. Bye.